Cool.
All right, we're live. Hey everybody, welcome to AfterQuest. I'm Dan Stacy, and you are about to witness my nerdy family and I use silly voices and digital dice to tell a good story. And as always, let me know how sound sounds. No. It's a thing now. I like doing. If you can come up with a better way to say that, throw it out in chat. We'll see who comes up with a good thing. Let's see. We're making bets on who will get arrested next. We were just talking behind the scenes that I think the person currently arrested has to be exonerated first before it counts that she gets arrested again. So put your bets in now. We just got back relatively, Jacob, Kristen, and I, and our families, most of our families, just got back from Page, which was the Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo. Amazing thing. If you're on Facebook, you can follow it because they're going to be doing it next year. This was their first year. Frank Menzer was there for you 5th edition, or I should say Dungeons and Dragons Advanced.
Yeah, be careful there.
The old stuff. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We're playing 5th edition. Frank has nothing to do with it.
Well, I mean, let's not get into this.
Yeah,
anyway, we're not on Druid's table.
He was amazing. Killed my character. He did a charity event. My character got squished very quickly because it was a heavily deadly game.
Because it's AD&D.
Yeah, basically. And it's
awesome.
The creator playing Lucy with the rules too. So
which is even better.
It was great. We met Stephen Glicker from Roll for Combat, which was awesome. He liked our Facebook post too, so he was killing my kids' Play-Doh monsters at the table. I didn't realize
he shouted us out on the live stream earlier today.
Did he really? Oh my god.
That's so sweet.
So that's awesome.
Like, so we played Cleorama. It was a lot of fun.
Cleorama, highly recommend.
It was really cool though.
Yeah.
But I literally watched Stephen Glicker throw Play-Doh balls at a Play-Doh monster on a table. Like, what am I watching?
And I didn't know what it was, but I was like, wow, he built a really good monster.
Yeah, it was awesome. Bob the Devourer.
So we're using part of his part of the books for this battle.
Yes, Battle Zoo Bestiary. Yeah, if you don't know Roll for Combat, RFC Wizards is our inside joke in the game.
Yeah.
Roll for Combat. Check them out. Battle Zoo Bestiary and a lot of other stuff. 5th edition and Pathfinder.
Rex, if you want a game where you're survival and you're carving monster parts, seriously, Battle Zoo Bestiary for 2nd edition, Pathfinder 2nd edition, you're going to love it.
Yes.
If you want me, I'll run it through a one-shot, and anybody wants to join, hit me up.
And we met with Wes from DM Tales. He was out there too. So we'll be going to his convention in April. He's running convention, 𝐈𝐶𝐶𝐾on. So Jacob and I will be running tables there.
And Mason.
And lastly, I got to talk with Professor Dungeon Master and his son. They are awesome. They just meandered in while I was there and just talked to everybody. So that was so cool. I threw out a thing to him, so maybe we'll get Michael on, his son Michael or something. I don't know. They haven't responded yet. We'll see. It's worth a shot. Yeah, so spam them in the comments if you watch Professor Dungeon Master. Tell them to come play with us. And then, of course, we're doing our West March game. Check out the short that I posted for the intro. Jacob and I this month will be getting the fuller intro to that. So if you want to become a part of this West March Kingmakers game, we're going to be starting that. The story mode is starting at the end of February, and then the full play-by-post and kingdom building will start in March. So hopefully we see you there. And I think that's it. I've talked long enough. Jacob.
This is my turn.
Tag, you're it.
Sweet. So we are here playing not Advanced Edition, but playing D&D 5e. We are in Nobles of Waterdeep. If you're in this deep, you probably know what's going on. If not, hang out. I'm sure it'll be a wild ride. Remember, chat, you also can infect, and effect the story and what is going on. But last time we left off, it was a bit tense, right? I mean, we have Morgana is in house arrest, Tetsu's in house arrest, we're in the middle of a court battle. Isidru is selling more poison.
No.
Clarification.
But he's actually out trying to cover his tracks in the dirt.
Yeah.
From that time he did sell poison.
Allegedly.
No one's brought it up yet.
Right.
Well, you know. And
I'm sure it won't come up.
Yeah, totally.
We might leave that one behind. Did you mention that next week's our last one?
I didn't. Thank you.
So just so you guys know, next week is our last Nobles game. So
yes.
This is your chance to really infect the story, and I'm sticking with that.
It's about to get crazy.
We win or we die. No in between.
That's not what I have wrote. Guess we're changing that. All right, so we left off last time where the next day was going to be the court. Is there anything the four of you need or want to do the night or morning before we go into the courthouse?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think Drew would visit Cass.
Okay.
So this would be like after he's gone through the marketplaces and such, trying to find any sort of like antidote to the poison. And he has kind of like a little bit pessimistic attitude, but it's like he's just gonna keep going. So he will come and find Cass. Let's see, I think he would. Yeah. Good evening, Cass. It's
Good evening.
I wanted to ask you a very important question.
Of course.
I know that you have everything going on with House 𝐕𝐲 and such, and
Trying.
oh yes, and I'm quite looking forward to anything that comes about that, you know.
As do I.
But I did have a request of you.
Of course.
I was wondering if perhaps you could pull some strings with House 𝐕𝐲. Remember that time when I, sold the poison and such to try to get some information?
Yes.
That wasn't brought up in the court case.
That's true.
And I began to think, it's like, House Navarre would know of this. They have to have known of this. So I've been looking around, scouring what I can, and I have found nothing for any of the antidotes we know for it. And I was wondering if perhaps you can talk to the House 𝐕𝐲. I don't think they would have an antidote, but perhaps some sort of, I'm forgetting the word, but kind of more of an anti-venom. Just something to help boost his immune system versus this. If it does come about, I could be paranoid on this.
Sure. No, I suppose it's worth asking. Well, who knows? Maybe they've even heard something. You're right to point that out, though. It is strange. They've thrown everything at us. Yes, of course. I will see what I can do. I'll talk with Lady Valeria.
I appreciate it, brother. And please don't tell the others. And I mean Uncle and more. Because if we tell them about this, I don't want them to be off their game, especially Lucius. He has the calculated plans. I'm going to fix this in the background, and he never has to worry about it. And I'll tell him afterwards. But
No, I think you're right. I think if we keep an eye on him, as well as House 𝐕𝐲.
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. Servant speaking in the room again. I can get you a chair if you want.
Tisk.
No, we will handle this. They've got a lot on their plates right now.
our goal is to make sure that their plans succeed.
Yes. I will talk to House 𝐕𝐲. If you then, I suppose, can just keep an extremely wary eye on Lucius and Morgana, most likely.
And Tetsu, just in case.
Yes.
Of course, not as important, but you know what I mean.
No, I like the big furball. All right. Fear not. We are going to win this. I have a feeling.
Brother, you have been through everything in thick and thin, and I just want to say that I couldn't have a better brother.
I feel the same way, my brother. It's been a pleasure. I'm looking forward to what we do next.
Oh, everything's coming ahead, and I'm so looking forward to this day. We've had so many years to this making, and I want to see it through.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Let's do this.
I really enjoy Rex.
Oh. What's he up to?
Look. What does that mean?
Dun, dun, dun.
My hands got hot. That was funny. Excited. Okay, curse. Perfect. Nothing there. All right. So
The vibe difference between these tables.
I know, it's
it
pretty
is.
great.
It's very different. It's fun. Well, it's the next day. It's a beautiful morning. The sunrise is extra gorgeous today as we are going forward. And
I'm just reading.
You're good. And oddly, there's been a lot of peace going on, right? I mean, in a way, you guys have been really holding yourself together. I mean, not a big deal, right? Overall, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I'd say
Tatsu's
Lucius seems
doing all right.
happier.
Say that.
Lucius seems happier.
Happier.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm just hitting the fan off.
I know I didn't.
Cass is going to party.
So you guys are going back up the courthouse stairs, which we do have a picture of the courthouse. We don't worry about that. More is invited to this, Morgana. Just to be clear, because you are under house arrest, but you guys would have received a missive saying that she can come.
Yeah.
There are a set of RFC wizards that come and stay at the house Keesary. Is that okay, Lord Lucius? Ruh-roh.
I guess you would check with Isidru about our own security for Tetsu.
So, I guess out of curiosity, have we heard any sort of corruption and possible ties to House Navarre with RFC?
No, very neutral.
I think if we want to keep a good image, we have to keep them around. Even if our security is good, it's going to shine a light on us in a way I don't think we want.
Okay. If we have one or two of our own nearby.
Oh,
inside.
of course. I just mean we have to make sure to be working with them, not seeming to just push them aside.
Yes, they can stand outside.
So the RFC wizards are
Sorry, I
standing.
just heard that.
The RFC wizards are standing outside your main entrances. Pretty much the only places Tetsu can sneak out. Right?
What? Can he not phase
Tetsu sneak.
Yeah, he goes on his little tiptoes, the little clover.
We were able to sneak around town with him.
I know. Well,
Sneak.
Yeah.
I think we described it as procession.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I heard also. So, with that said, I just love the imagery of peeking over your guys' courtyard walls or your guards. They're checking on the RFC wizards. Especially with the younger kids.
We don't trust nobody.
Wow. There we are. And so we are... Apparently music's just going to quit for some reason. Dan, you're breaking it all. You're breaking it all. Try it again. There we go. Welcome back, guys. So we are going into the courthouse. And there is as many people inside. There is 10 to 20 times that amount outside. This has now become a Waterdeep wide situation. The newspapers that are being handed out are filled with the images of House Keesary. There's the tabloids talking smack about both sides, and it is quite a thing. Questions that you see in the newspaper, will House Keesary be able to redeem themselves, and is more part of House Keesary, and is House Navarre, are they dying, and just really dramatic. You know how newspapers can be. But here we are.
Gen Z probably doesn't, but carry on.
It's like Facebook.
But on paper.
There's little birds twitting around with messages on them. All right, I'm done.
It's X now.
I can't keep up with you
I'm
people.
teasing,
I'm just
I'm
kidding.
teasing. Carry on. Don't
Little
worry.
X's floating around. Cheers. All right, so we are heading into court, and like I said, House Navarre sits on one side, you guys sit on the other. The judge takes his position. Who remembers his name? Oh, come on.
He looked
Judge
cool.
Thorne.
Thank you.
Nailed it. Well done.
Unsubscribes. I don't know why he's unsubscribing, but you may take the point of inspiration for that, just in case you need to use that at any point in time.
Nice.
Sweet.
And so the judge stands before you, silences the room, and I have made my decision after many considerations. I am going to grant the trial by combat as long as House Keesary agrees to it. We have not found a body of this missing person that has been listed. And we are receiving reports of other accusations that just have no proof. Of course, if your lawyer wanted to fight that, they could or ask, but the judges.
The missing person is the body that hasn't been found.
Out of combat, out of character, yes, it is the character.
Which is not correct,
The
'cause
assassin-
Bethany's still missing too. But yes, okay.
She hasn't been reported, and
She hasn't been.
she's been reported to like the authorities, but it's not being considered to be part of this.
Okay.
Which is interesting. You think that Gwen would have been like, "And my sister's missing, and they stole her," blah blah blah, right? But she didn't. So it's interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting. So she's gone forever.
Oh.
So he's making a decision, and so then he goes, House Keesary, do you accept this tribal combat?
We will state our stipulations and hear hers, and we shall see.
Fine.
House Keesary proposes, after this trial by battle, all of Moore's charges will be dropped. Tetsu will be released from house arrest, and a nature conservatory will be set up for him and his herd on Navarre land. And Moore will be named the head of House Navarre in place of Gwendolyn. And we have chosen our champion, the Lady Morgana.
Gasps instantly go off around the courtyard, and the judge has to silence it. Lady Navarre is not pleased about this. You can tell she's clenched fist. She's breaking a bit of her strong composure at this point in time. And after the judge silences the room, Lord Lucius, Lady Morgana is not part of your house, for she cannot represent you.
At which point, Morgana will stand up and will say, "And what of Lady Keesary? Lady Morgana, Carlana, Helene, Navarre, Keesary."
More gasps go around the room. Your sister, Gwen, is clenching the table, like fingers are like digging into the wood. She's squeezing so hard. Do you?
You didn't know this, right?
No.
So Cask like coughs out on his drink.
So the judge, do you have a legally binding contract to this marriage?
At which point, I think you would call. We don't have a name for this NPC,
Perfect.
but
The priest.
the priest.
Oh, Priest Fred.
Priest
Frederick.
Fred.
Yes.
We will call it
He's from-
Priest Fred.
And he comes forth in his robes.
That's where Drew will cough up in his drink.
Who will reveal that about 10 years ago, prior to Morgana being shipped off to the front lines for military education, that they got married on the night before she left.
Cask slow clap.
Did you have any idea about this?
No. To be honest, I mean, I knew they were sneaking off a lot, but I didn't think it was official.
Did Lord Lucius II know?
It's terribly exciting.
No, I don't believe so.
That would be up to you. I have no idea.
I mean, regardless, he knew, right? And so
That is probably true.
we are dads. And the whole courthouse is like awkwardly quiet at this point in time. And your sister is sweating bullets. She didn't want to fight you. And so she's gonna objection! And the judge is gonna grant her a moment of speaking, and she's She's gonna straighten herself out. I do think it would be because me as my I very flustered. I am the champion of my house, and I do not think that it would be right for me to fight Morgana. It would be right for me to fight Lord Lucius. And the judge ponders for a second and then turns to Lord Lucius to do you have a response to this?
We have chosen our champion. This is right. This needs to be settled.
If I may, Your Honor.
3 seconds.
Don't start the clock yet. Okay. As both wife of Lord Keesary and Lady Navarre, she needs to be represented. It just makes sense. That was more than 3 seconds, but thank you.
It's only because you're well spoken.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Well, and so he takes the document and he looks it over from the priest, and Brother Frederick goes back to his seat, and the judge ponders what is happening here.
So is it Altmore now?
What do you mean?
If they're married, it's Uncle Lucius and Aunt Moore.
Oh! Ha! Oh, we'll have to use that one later. Yes. Yes, it is. You're so right. I didn't even process.
Those little giggles coming from House Keesary's
Yeah.
side. I, as the judge, do not. This is all legally binding, and technically Morgana Navarre Keesary could represent House Keesary. Sorry that I did not speak your full name. There's no disrespect to you.
None taken.
Gwen is asking for a temporary break if she wants to consult some people. So, Your Honor, I just would like to pause for a minute and take a recession, just for a little bit, please, while I talk with my legal team. And so he grants her that. So you guys are actually allowed to go to a separate room and have a little bit of a conversation. What do you think she's formulating? What do you think she's going to do to argue this? Oh, I love it.
I was actually wondering, it might not be feasible if it would be possible for me to go over and talk to her. I assume that's entirely not what she wants to be spending her time doing.
Right.
But in the 15, 20 minutes, whatever this is going to be, if there was an opportunity to do that.
When you're under house arrest, I'm not sure you're going to be allowed to leave the room with the other House Keesary.
Okay. It wouldn't necessarily be leaving like the courthouse.
Oh no, you guys escorted to a separate room. Sorry.
Okay.
To talk with your legal team.
Okay.
She's talking with hers.
Okay. If
So-
I'm not allowed to leave the room, that's fine.
I mean, you can always
It's
ask
alright.
the judge with the role. Try diplomacy, maybe. If you want, if that's something-
Okay.
if
Yeah, I
that's something to do,
suppose.
I mean, they have somebody post at the wall or at the door that you could ask.
Persuasion.
Yes. It's
Okay.
Wrong system.
Too many system. Oh.
All right. 17. The guards. He gets a little nervous. He doesn't know how to address you. Morgana, he's very nervous. 5 minutes. Make it quick.
All right. Thank you. And I assume he's gonna come with me.
And you notice he like covers up a little underneath his shirt. He has a nice like shirt on, and there's a little pin that says Team Keesary, and he like, covers it up.
Nice.
They're selling
merch.
swag now.
Little aura.
Well, you actually see the horseshoe below it.
Nice.
they're
Well,
selling swag.
We should have thought of that first.
They run the town, remember?
Yes.
So will he sort of escort me over?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's the first part. Will Gwen even like engage is the second part.
What you see is the door is opened and the other guard is like, whoa, dude.
Mhm.
But, you know, they talk and they're like, okay, whatever. And as you enter the room, your sister is standing up, staring out the wall. The wall. She's got magic now.
I mean, if she's staring at the wall, that sounds like her mental state right now. But
she's like, there's none of her legal team here at this point in time.
Okay.
You can tell that they were in there. There's like little, you know.
There's ashes of them left now.
I was gonna say cups of coffee, but you know, little mugs. And looking out the window with her hands behind her back, you enter the room. What do you do?
I'm just gonna approach her obviously within her sight line from the side to a certain distance without like overly encroaching on her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just say, well, what's up, Gwen?
Oh, I would love to destroy you again, but I really wanted to lay my hands on Lord Lucius. But I realize that this victory may be sweeter for me.
I think whatever's going on here is between you and me, not him.
You made it between us when you joined. Well, I had an inkling that there was something along these lines going on, for the way you were standing by their side. Are you doing this because of your marriage, or do you actually want to be with that Lord Lucius?
For a long time, it wasn't about any of that, Gwen. It was a long time ago, and we were both very young. And it's only recently become about that again. But that's not why I'm here.
But it all makes sense. Lord Lucius has never dated, has never been seen or been near any women. Ever. But it really all makes sense. She begins to pace without even looking at you. Like, she's puzzling all the pieces together of the last 10 years and, like, especially of the last, like, couple months. Sorry, and still pulling it all together. And she turns to you. And so why are you here? She grits her teeth at you.
I'm here because there's something that seems to have taken a hold in my family, and for the first time I actually care.
Speak up. You're running out of time.
Are you alright?
That's a great question. Give me an investigation roll as you say that, please. Or insight. Yeah. Give me both.
Probably equally bad at both.
Give me an insight roll, please.
That's not my thing. It'll be fine. Don't do that.
-1.
There's a split second of a glint in her eyes. And you actually see, you're looking at her dead in the eyes, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
You see a purple, like, veiny shoot-offs from her eye to the back of her mind for a split second. Never seen that before. I'm fine. I don't know where our sister is. You're lucky I don't report that you guys kidnapped her. But I don't think that you're that evil.
Nor do I want to believe that you are. Alright, then we will decide this like we always have, I suppose. That's sort of fitting, don't you think?
I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be just like dancing, won't it?
It's my favorite type of dancing. I can't wait to prove who's better. Oh, and if I win, you will leave Lord Lucius, and you will serve me by my side.
If you win.
She turns back towards the window, puts her hands behind her back.
And I will return to the guard and he can escort me back.
Okay. Fantastic. And you guys are called back into the courthouse, and it is... Just gotta fix something, sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were just non-distinctly talking with Lucius about what? Why didn't you tell us?
Yeah, I guess I am curious about this conversation. Just a little bit. Just give me a little taste of what that looks like, because even I need to hear a little bit of this.
I want to hear how you ask it.
Yes, exactly.
Shall you or shall I?
I think probably you should start.
So, I suppose congratulations are in order. Sorry for the delay. I would have gotten you a present if I'd known. Of course, I was probably having to borrow money from father to do that, but...
But if you could, perhaps we could borrow something from you to get you a present for the wedding.
Yes. I didn't know where things left off because of her leaving.
I mean, what made you... I mean, I love this. Don't get me wrong. I'm just curious. Just a little out of character, I suppose, and I love it. What was it like? I wish I was there.
It was very small. I don't even know if we knew who our witness was, honestly. But we loved each other and we wanted to be together, and then she got shipped off.
Did you know when it was happening, that she was going to go?
No. No.
Beautiful.
But seeing her back, I didn't know if it was true. If it really mattered, you know. And it does.
It's a long time. Wait, it does matter, you're saying?
Yes. Of course.
Beautiful. Regardless of how all of this turns out, Lucius, I'm happy for you. I mean...
We are both happy. I would say it does put a lot of things back into order in retrospect. And I suppose there might be a great reason why Moore really seemed agitated with you. A lot more than I thought. That's for sure.
Yes, I probably should have made moves sooner to...
Is that why everything just seemed like she thought you weren't fighting for her the entire time? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be poking here, but...
Yes. I needed to step up. And I will. I will prove it.
As much as we do love to call you a statue, you have definitely grown, unlike one. So, I think I can say that the smile that the Mason has put on your statue, I think speaks louder than any words that you could say.
Yes, I just wanted to stay.
We'll stay with you, I suppose.
Well,
I want more to live.
Well, yes. We all want Auntie Moore to live.
I assume we'll get called back in. Okay.
I mean, we're like you finish this.
we're probably making jokes about how Moore is now the towering one in the family. And
She lifts our average by a good half foot.
I absolutely love it. Just checking something. Okay.
I think maybe somewhere towards the end of that conversation, Moore does come back into the room, but just kind of stands in the background, and you guys don't like notice too much. And then she steps forward, just maybe enough that she kind of heard the part about you saying you didn't fight enough for her. So she says, so she'll just come in and she'll just say, Lucius was keeping my secrets. So much against his nature. That is fighting for me. And if you call me auntie again, I'll slap you up the side of the head.
Only out of range. Only out of range. Thank you for being here, Moore.
Well, it's a bit overdue, I suppose. And you will also notice that she's wearing the Auroch pendant alongside of the Navarre one.
Nice.
So you guys are called back in, and I'm trying to grab a monster real quick. Sorry.
Why?
Nothing. Just just in case we have to go to Tetsu battling. I'm just kidding. No, I forgot to import something. Just ignore me. I'll keep talking.
I mean, we can do that.
You guys are called back into the courthouse, and the judge. I have made my decision. First, let's hear Lady Navarre's demands. And Lady Navarre's demands are that all of House Keesary's assets be signed over to House Navarre, and that. And then that Lord Lucius is expelled? Yeah, why not? Removed, exiled. That's what I'm looking for. From Waterdeep.
I just keep thinking, or worse, expelled.
Yeah, that's what just happened. And the judge looks, and then she would, I accept the terms that Lord Lucius has laid before me. Oh, but also, Lady Morgana must serve under me, for she owes me. If I win. She smiles.
All in.
We accept.
All right. Well, then that solves it. I will put the Master of Games in charge of this, because it seems fitting. I don't usually like to make a mockery of Waterdeep or my home, but...
This will be a glorious representation of an honorable duel.
Excuse me, sir. I was talking.
Sorry. I'm very excited.
calm down, brother.
But... Yes. Do not... This is a message for all of Waterdeep. Do not get used to this kind of behavior. There will not be any more trial by combat. There was a lot of persuasion.
Insight check. No,
you hear JP Riker in the back giggling. Yeah, that's his giggle.
Is that what they're calling blackmail nowadays?
Oh, framing is everything.
Trial by combat will be tomorrow in the arena. And it will be Morgana versus Gwendolyn Navarre. Okay.
Lucius will hold Moore's hand on the way out.
Oh, creepy. I'm just kidding. No, I love it. Like, I like the idea that you two actually walk out first, almost like a wedding procession.
Yes, everyone's cheering. I
Yeah.
think.
At this point, like the whole courthouse has become a mockery.
Yeah.
Like,
A beautiful representation.
It's all, the whole thing has turned into a soap opera.
I mean, that's-
Mentally, this is for Lucius. They actually are married.
yeah.
Like, this is it because it hasn't been really
Acknowledged,
yet.
But this is
And
like
it's
making it
acknowledged by
public.
more.
And as you walk out to the courthouse down the steps, somehow the people of Waterdeep already know. And there's horse hooves.
Yes.
all over the place as a carriage pulls up, complimentary of House Horsey, and picks up you two. But as you enter, the rice is thrown and drinks are spilled.
They have rice somehow.
I love it. It has a sign that says "Married a while ago."
Yes.
On the
You guys
back.
steal my thunder. I'm sorry. I love you.
Married a decade ago.
We're actually married, right?
I was gonna have paddles being dragged behind,
Yeah.
like wooden paddles being dragged behind the
Absolutely.
carriage because they're water. It's whatever.
A couple rats bouncing around somewhere.
There's tons of rats. And the carriage obviously goes back to the House Keesary because technically Morgana is still under house arrest, but we won't go there. As House Horsey takes advantage of the situation. They do the long way around.
Lucius probably prefers it that way when you're under house arrest.
Yes, right?
Do you two ride, or do you let them go and you walk back in this cheering, jeering, excited, loud crowd?
I think Drew would instinctually do that.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense for Drew. I
Yes,
think
he-
actually, uncharacteristically for Cass, he will also do that and head towards House Galadrius.
She's with you.
Oh, even better. We're gonna stay back.
Okay.
Just like they need their this is their glory moment. Cass is not gonna take a minute of that. Like, this is their glory moment, and we're gonna walk home
Cool.
together.
To,
Also holding hands.
to where?
To House Keesary.
Okay, I just double checking.
But we're walking, so I figure even with
Taking
the
your
long
time.
route, yeah, they'll probably
Drew's
beat us.
third wheeling it.
Yeah.
No, he
No,
would be
yeah.
he would be tailing the crowd,
Shadowing
inside.
it, right?
Yeah. So
Are you looking for anybody in particular?
I mean, he's just gonna be on the watch out. And
For a lady?
no,
Oh, I'm just.
I thought we were thinking
Or two.
assassins.
yeah, assassins. That's the
Uh-oh.
one we're going for.
Oh, that's not.
Oh, thanks, Tilly. Mwah.
Great minds think alike. Wow, what a beautiful image, guys. That's it for tonight. We're done.
Hey.
I'm just kidding. The hard part's coming.
Yeah, now you need to hurt us.
No, I've enjoyed. Well, I've hurt you
Yeah.
more than once.
I got hurt. Yeah, what the heck?
Doesn't count. It wasn't for you.
No. I was
He
just-
did not show up to the meeting. He was
Cass
supposed
is
to go
always
to.
lucky.
Two he's there.
Well done. Maybe we should
Wow.
drink to celebrate.
Yeah, we did.
Cheers.
We're getting a little loose here.
We feel like we've won now. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Except
I mean-
we have a fight.
We have a fight
The story's
to do
over. They're
tomorrow.
married. That was
I
my
feel like
only-
as far as Cass is concerned, the story is over. It has a happy ending. We're good.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Perfect.
it. You guys could write out. I mean,
Yeah,
if you get exiled, there's the part where
We finished book 2. The next trilogy, it gets darker at the beginning of the third book.
that's
though.
true.
Yeah.
Right, and it's only like 12 pages, so
Yeah.
let's go.
Awesome. All right. The evening is going well. There is locals of Waterdeep throwing a party outside of your guys' house.
They're tailgating outside our house.
Oh yeah, hardcore. Most of them you know and have beat up,
fair.
and
That's
or
fair.
they're celebrating you. Like they're happy for you. Like
Yeah.
you have,
Yeah.
all of your friends are out there, just partying it up.
Shall we invite them in?
I was wondering how you would feel about that.
Let's invite them in.
We'll open up the
We're
courtyard.
having a house party tonight, boys.
Yeah.
A yard party.
Yeah,
Yard
sorry. Even Tetsu's getting into it a little bit.
Nice.
The night is filled with merriment and celebration of a 10-year-old wedding. How beautiful is that?
This is the reception.
It's so beautiful.
10
We
years.
just
Anniversary.
paused the
This is-
reception 10 years.
This is great. You guys have a wonderful night. There is no assassins that attempt on your life. I mean, you're surrounded by tough people. So I think even if an assassin showed up, you're like, meh, we ain't making it out of there alive. As Drew makes his rounds and Tetsu stands there in the middle snorting away and partying, and then you have all of these tough-looking mercenaries that...
Drinking.
Yeah, it's not the place. Maybe later when they all pass out.
Is Cass back?
It's probably the safest the house has ever been.
Right.
Honestly.
It's true. Friends. are
Yeah,
good
Cass will
places.
make it back. I think
Okay.
As
With-
everyone's...
Yeah.
With Valeria.
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 Elvish.
Elvish, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Is there anything... Did you have something you want to do?
I didn't know if Cass and Valeria wanted anything. Or no.
No, we're not
Okay.
going to steal your guys' thunder.
Then my last thing would be that before it gets too late, because Lucius wants more to sleep, well, he will bring 2 wine glasses and a bottle, and they're going to go up to their room.
Is Lord Lucius going to drink?
Yes. And they're going to go to their room.
Perfect. And the night fades to
With very
black.
rowdy, loud cheers.
Of course.
Yeah.
And we are going to start the next morning. If there's no roleplay, we're going right to the arena.
All right.
No roleplay, but I would have talked, I think Valeria and I would have talked about what Drew was asking me.
Oh.
He told you not to say anything.
To Valeria.
To them, not to mention
We don't
it to
know.
them.
What,
Yeah.
what if she's the gossip queen?
Not my girl. Stoic. Elven stoicism.
You're right. I've seen the Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We don't have all night, Jake. I'm in a good mood.
That was rude of me.
I'm
that
teasing.
was rude of me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No, yeah. Kate Blanchett.
I cracked myself up. All right, we are heading into the arena. Is there any special regalia that Morgana would wear?
I think she would dress very typical for herself. I think the only change is that she's wearing both pendants. She's not taking the one off. She's just wearing them side by side. But other than that, she's going to wear what she is comfortable in, which is her, like, well-made, but, you know, kind of more mercenary-looking leathers and half plate. Kind of like some splint mail type of thing.
So you're not gonna wear Lord Lucius's armor?
No.
Sorry.
Well, I just want to see what a giant would look like wearing normal sized armor. Are you making an announcement?
I'm not making an announcement.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Oh.
Yes.
My
So the
lord
game master is
is-
going to start with a little thing. So I'll
Yep.
give you a second to prepare.
Yep.
Welcome everybody. To a wonder spectacle. Maybe we'll make this part of every game here. And he looks right at the judge who's sitting in a box. He's just like,
The
You
judge is like,
specifically said not to.
but the crowd goes absolutely wild. But we have a special spectacular event tonight, and he's overexcited. You know, it is wonderful. The energy you can almost feel crackling around him. As we have House Keesary versus House Navarre in the arena, and he's just like full of energy. But first, welcome in House Keesary and their champion Morgana. Yeah.
Can we bring is Tetsu with us, or does he have to stay?
Let me roll a die.
Okay.
Let me see.
I
'cause,
didn't know.
I mean, you know.
is he going to sit in the box this time?
Yes.
They bring in a little Buick crate. Yeah, I mean, he
He can?
RFC allowed him. Now he is in a crate, you know.
Yes.
But we know how crates work with Tetsu.
Yes.
I'm sure it's worth something to break
He
out.
allows them to be there.
So, okay.
Lady Valeria and I will be sitting nearby so I can sneak him sips of drinks. We'll be sitting
He's
by Tetsu.
being walked out with them, right?
Oh, being on
That's what you wanted.
I figured that he was there, at least.
What does there mean? Help me understand. Where do you want him there?
There in the arena, or there in like the stands,
Or there in like the edge
On the edge, I guess.
of the arena?
Yeah.
Or up in the stands? On the
No,
edge?
I think on the edge of the arena so he can see everything that's happening.
Ah, okay.
That was
You're
my
lucky I
thought.
rolled well. Tetsu sits on the edge of the arena in his cage.
I think that's right.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, you're the Lord.
Okay. So, Lord Lucius is going to step out with Morgana at the end of that and has some things to say very loudly to everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get it.
Some of us have come to think of themselves as so high and lofty that they separate themselves from those who are under their authority. That separation causes a rift, and they dehumanize their subjects. They do not care for them because they do not know them. I have to admit that I was the same, and it took a person very dear to me to bring that to my attention. I know now that our house is going to change. We are going to lift those with merit under our authority. I'm not saying that the whole system needs to be torn down because that will lead to anarchy, disarray. It needs to be healed from within. Use your positions to prosper those beneath you. Take care of your fellow man and treat him with dignity. Gwendolyn Navarre is the epitome of what the system has become. Angry, bitter, self-righteous. We have come here to right those wrongs and remember who we are and where we come from, the common man. Morgana understands this. How many of you have been in a brawl or shared a drink with her?
The
She
crowd goes
knows
wild.
you. Yeah, she knows you. And she is one of you. We have heard your voice now. Let us hear yours. 3 cheers for my wife, the Lady Morgana.
Absolutely. Huzzah! 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 Just wild. Like, outside of the dang place is like shaking with excitement.
He'll kiss her
Wow.
as she goes out.
she'll lean down, kiss him.
Farquaad. Where's Farquaad?
And it's ruined yet again. We'll never, ever have serious. Go watch our horror. It will always be comedy.
He's beautiful.
Well done, by the way. You're welcome. And you guys, the crowd takes a little while to calm down. The master of the games at first was like going to calm them down to speak, and he just lets them go wild. This is exactly what he wanted.
Oh, yeah.
But as it does kind of calm down a little bit, you know, he raises his hands from his high up pedestal, and now we have House Navarre and Lady Gwen. Crickets. Absolutely crickets. She has burnt so many bridges this campaign to get to this point. She steps forward. You hear her say, "Oh, I don't need any of them anyway." And I'm just going to share an image of what I have for Lady Gwen. Just picture the House Navarre on the symbol. I just didn't have time to do that.
Yeah. Nice.
So I thought
Nice.
it looked pretty cool.
That is good.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
And she stares you down. Now, we're not going to roll initiative. We're going to do this as more of a challenge event because I like the idea of role-playing through the combat because I think that is worth it at this point in time, just to share with everybody.
All Yeah, so after the introduction and then Lucius, probably retreating back to stand by Tetsu, maybe?
Yeah, I think
And I kind of imagine that Lady Gwendolyn has maybe an attendant or someone standing on her side that are just sort of like at the edges.
Yeah, like seconds.
Kind of like the Prince Caspian kind of fight thing.
Yes.
But once he steps back, then Morgana will just take a like calm but ready stance and just wait for Gwen to approach, like close the distance.
She slowly draws her battle axe.
I have
Crowd boos as she steps towards you.
I will ready my hammer.
And there's a moment where you guys are standing at a distance and nobody's charging, right?
Mhm.
It's this
Right.
weird, like, measuring self. And I'm only turning down vocal, so you do you.
Yep, you're good.
Measuring self. And she cracks this smile. And you can actually see now that she's staring at you. And that pulsation of the purple veins
Mm-hmm.
just coursing through her eyes. And you look at her hands, and like any good anime, anybody who's bad has like some evil colors, right?
Of course.
They are like winding up around her arms.
Mm-hmm.
And she cracks the smile that you've never seen before.
I am going to be patient.
Oh.
And I'm going to wait. And I'm just going to become like ready and then just start a very slow kind of circle type of thing. Just to like start the motion, but I'm not going to run in.
Perfect. As you go to make a step to the left, you see the energy surge down her axe. For our D&D people, she's actually using a spell.
Rex called it.
I believe it's called Green Flame Blade. I can pull it up, but we're just gonna keep role playing here. And she charges at Morgana, and she is going to begin to swipe. So I'm gonna have you both roll. Well, she's gonna roll athletics. Are you dodging, or what are you doing? We're gonna do skills for right now.
I mean, effectively, I would like to parry.
Okay. So I feel like that would be more of a dexterity-based thing. Or do you have throw something at me?
So I'm thinking just an athletics of just like to tank the hit in a parry.
Oh, okay. Because you're using a battle axe, kind of like I got you. Okay, like hitting it off to the side, essentially.
Yeah.
All right. Not like I'm picturing swashbuckler, but you're more doing like smashing back.
Yeah.
Love it. Let's roll our athletics. Oh, I gotta turn off my reveal to everybody.
Why?
I love that she comes down to crack, and in your patience, in your non-raging, you just glance it off to the side.
Cass is just celebrating. You're good.
And the crowd goes wild. And as you glance out the side, the blade just like that energy splatters and sparks all over. And you've never felt energy like this from her before.
Mm-hmm.
Sister. And what do you do in return?
I'm going to say, as I kind of like, my expression kind of registers this like cascade of energy of, I'll be like, what have you done, sister? And then I will take just enough of a half step back to balance myself and bring like a swing around to respond.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack this time. Because you successfully knocked her attack away.
Okay.
I have a plan.
So
don't worry.
that's going to be under inventory?
Yeah.
Drew is just going to be watching, especially with the attendants.
Give me a perception check, my good friend.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes!
Ah.
Yes!
Oh.
Sorry, shouldn't be so excited. I don't actually want to kill my players. That's what that is, right? Oh, even better. Even better. Because part of her critical failure, Morgana rolled a nat 1 for our people who are not watching the screen. A dart thunks into the back of your elbow as you are swinging, and it literally, like, you just lose like half your momentum as it feels like weak for a second. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, snap.
And as she does that, you see nothing. As she does that, she's going to attempt to reach forward with her hand.
The Constitution.
I'll give her a second.
Oh, my word.
Perfect. You feel your arm lock up quite a bit. Not full paralyzation, but you definitely are. That is like hard to use.
Right.
Can Lucius see if he sees that?
Yeah, roll perception.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Lucius, there we go.
Lucius, you see the dart. You see her lock up, but you don't see where it came from.
Okay.
And I think flavorfully wise is like, I think Drew is more worried about Lucius than he is more.
It makes sense. I like that a lot, actually. So yeah, after the next round of rolls, I want you to roll another perception check.
Okay.
And where am I? No. So reaching forward towards Morgana, her hand crackles with a electric charge, and she goes to grab upon you. I am going to roll a athletics check to see if she can grab you. So I want to do another contested roll.
Okay.
So whether you're like trying to push out of the way or trying to push through your... Okay, you're just going to roll. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
That was rough on both sides, too.
Yeah. No, I like
Is that
this.
is that not the skill you wanted me to roll?
No.
Okay.
You're doing great.
Okay.
Keep up the good work.
I love you, Mustache. Lord J.P. Riker is here.
I will roll me a d20, please, Dan, for
okay.
J.P. Riker. I have the attribute in my head. More. You go to stop her hand. This whole eight on the die. This whole dart in the back of your arm. You're just like, that's confusing to you, right?
Right.
And she catches you with her hand, and as she grabs you, a shock runs through your body. And I'm going to actually dole out some damage here because you have HP, so you know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah. Rolling now. Oh, you're only going to take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
But that shock just runs through you. What do you do in response?
I'm still standing, right? She's just sort of like shoved up into me and it's kind of like...
Yeah. Great axe in this. No, great axe in this hand. And she released her grip to grab a hold of you and just run your body through this power that you've never, ever felt or seen her do.
Okay. I would like to try... to like shove her back, maybe like headbutt her.
Yeah.
Because we're real close. Maybe try to do like that.
Can't use the arm, but got the other limb.
Go ahead and give me an unarmed strike. It's still a headbutt, but it's just,
Rex says biter.
same idea.
Okay.
We're finally getting back to average rolls.
Awful.
You headbutt her, but it's non-damaging. So she steps back. Perception check.
Okay.
Standing
Lucius
there.
is sending a messenger to let them know about
There is
what
a
he saw.
Oh
massive.
my word.
This is perfect.
This
A
is
massive
so good.
commotion happens near Lord Lucius, and you see J.P. Riker has a hooded figure, and he's got a crop,
Nice.
and got him like right up against the neck, and you see the figure. It drops a
blowgun?
Gun. Okay.
J.P. Riker's choking him out.
Okay. Well, he's definitely sent somebody to let them know what he saw.
I just want to see that with like his mustache choking him out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's just twisting it around.
He's not even using his arms.
It's just the mustache. And he's holding his arm so he can't use the blowgun, and the mustache is just doing the rest. That's perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, great mustache. And you're sending a message to them. You guys are receiving a message from Lord Lucius saying
that there is cheating happening.
Tetsu is absolutely going ape wild, but he's trying so hard to not break this cage, hearing the words of his master, Lord Lucius, to behave. Just mindset of like the processional, and he's kind of understands what's going on here, so he's trying not to, go protect his master's wife.
His drinking buddy.
His drinking buddy. It's true. All right, let's roll another attribute as your sister steps back, re-grabs her axe, and she's just going to try to come in with a nice slash.
And I assume Drew and I are going to get involved as soon as we get the message.
Involved in what?
Yeah, that's where it's like we have to figure out what do we do.
Duke hasn't seen nothing.
We got the message! Drew!
I haven't seen anything.
Look at the mustache! But carry on.
Yep. Formulate a plan, you two.
Maybe you can inspire.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready to.
Athletics.
Okay.
Sing!
Well, that's Gwen's, though.
Yes.
All right, so your next attack is a critical.
Okay.
So whatever you're doing, if it's damaging, under your inventory, whatever weapon you choose, when you hit damage, it should allow you to roll a critical. And you just hit the critical for damage, okay?
Okay.
If you're not doing damage, we will role play whatever you're giving me. But you get to act first. She's coming, charging you. This, though, looks old hat. So what she did before was not. This is Gwen.
Yeah.
She's coming at you.
So this I think will be responded with just like she's gonna make a strike, I'm gonna make a strike. It's gonna be like an anime like clash strike. We'll see whose strike is stronger kind of deal.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure. So you want to just roll damage and see who hits harder?
If that's how you want to do it.
I mean, it's kind of fun because you're going to roll critical dice. I'm going to roll regular dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know
we
what
can do that.
Cass is doing in that moment, too, then.
Okay. Before you go.
I just want that shot in profile with the big like, yeah.
And it's that moment where you guys are like kind of like pushing back and forth.
I think it's we step apart and then we just like rush back into each other.
Slam.
Okay. What are you doing before we roll dice?
Using cutting words on Lady Gwen.
Oh, interesting.
When he realizes what's going on, he immediately stands up, projecting his voice, probably magically a little, and just saying, "False! Lady Gwen is showing false treachery in this competition," and points to the glorious mustache.
Roll me performance at disadvantage as a towel wraps around your neck. That's your critical failure. Or your failures.
Oh my word.
Oh, snap. That's okay, great.
And what I was going to do is I was going to...
And there's screams that happen all around you. Okay. Go ahead.
I was going to say what Drew was going to do is he was going to light his
Cuts you
lantern.
off partway through.
And then from there, he's just going to be, especially with his eye for detail, he can use perception and investigation as bonus actions.
Yeah. Do you want to give me a roll of each?
Okay.
But the first thing you see, I'll give you without a roll,
Okay.
is standing, their tiered seats, standing on like, sometimes a wall, a little bit of a wall. You know what I'm saying? It's like a half wall. That's what
Right.
is this creature. And everybody's running and screaming from it.
Oh.
my word.
And the tail is wrapped around your neck. And the same crackling purple energy you see around Morgana is around this creature.
Okay.
All right,
Oh
perception
my.
for Drew. Oh my
And
word.
investigation.
Investigation coming up.
Drew's
Wow.
Drew. I think Drew.
Are you slightly panicking? I mean, I'm asking. I'm not telling.
So I think instead of panicking, he's hyper-focusing. Right now, he isn't even thinking about Lucius or more. He's just seeing his brother and is like, I'm not allowing you to take him.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to leap with with him around the neck. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, looks like he's about to spring up.
Yeah, can you pull up my features real quick?
All right, we're going to let you two do this, but we're going to go back to the battlefield with the clashing. Let's roll damaging dice, please.
Okay.
So just roll your damage with the critical button. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah, this is going to be sweet.
Nice.
So I love, you clash, right? And as you hit, you catch her, you catch the hilt handle of the great axe, snap it into the blade, still comes down and catches you in the shoulder, but you get right through it, right into her chest.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'll let you say what you're going to do next.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll kind of like, shrug that off, even though it, like,
Yeah.
Clearly hit me and hurt me. As I take a step forward, just kind of like pushing like further into her, and then backing off just like a half step and be like, it's not too late for this to be over, Gwen. This doesn't have to go any farther.
She goes to speak, and a beetle drops out of her mouth. She doesn't say what she was going to say. Multiple beetles pour out of her mouth as she goes to talk.
Is she like staggered by this? Like,
No,
No, she's like not
she grins maniacally.
not
after it
reacting
comes
to that
out.
at all.
I think if, I don't know. If Lucius sees that happening, he's going to start running out.
You're dropping onto the battlefield?
Yeah. Those things are silk beetles, aren't they?
Yeah, the little mini
Yeah.
silk-colored beetles. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's going to start running out.
Another dark hit too.
Okay.
Roll a Constitution saving throw, please. This one from a different angle.
Nah.
All right.
Yep.
As the beetles come out and they pour onto the ground and they race across the ground, the dart hits you, but it hits you where your blood is just pumping enough to like almost like your body rejects the dart.
Okay.
Just not enough force from this angle.
Does Lucius see where it comes from and points?
Lucius has to give me a perception check.
Okay.
But Lucius is climbing onto the battlefield, so I'd also like that at a disadvantage.
What do you want me to do?
Roll at a disadvantage, please.
To see. Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Nice.
Oh
You don't
my
see, but what you do
God.
see, what is distracting to you, is our boy Tetsu says, I'm done with this cage. And it just shatters all over. And he begins to paw the ground like he's going to charge at Gwen. But he does glance over towards Lucius for permission. We'll get to that in a second, what you do. What are you doing?
So I'm definitely just kind of standing there for like at least a second of just trying to piece together what is going on. And then I think once I think what I would like to try to do from there is, because she's unarmed, that's not gonna pan out, but I think what I would like to try to do is get around her and try to like choke her out, but we're gonna have to try to like beat her down a little bit to get that far. So we're gonna do some kind of like close quarters, like jab punches with
Elbows.
the hammer, and yeah.
Okay. As you go to work your way around, you hear the voice of your sister. Not Gwen, but Lady Bethany. As she drops from invisibility and tries to trip you.
I'm offended.
She had to make a choice. It was nice.
I thought we,
So
did so well.
I failed the trip, but
Okay.
she tries to trip you.
Maybe there's gonna be a
Okay.
dart that tries to.
I'd kind of like to, whenever my next action is, sort of
Well,
on.
you gotta give me a roll on this action of choking.
Okay.
out. So give me the athletics.
All right. Oh, so I do actually make it that far?
Yeah.
Okay.
She failed her trip roll.
All right.
Yeah. Come on, Morgana.
That's what we're talking about.
So you get in there, and Lady Bethany comes from invisibility in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
You two realize this veil of invisibility is not an energy you've ever seen her use before. And you take a quick glimpse as you go past, and she seems to be infected with the same thing.
The same purple energy kind of thing. Okay.
Foreshadowing to the word infection.
Ooh.
Don't.
Just kidding. All right. And you see her. She has a rapier out. Lady Bethany.
Okay.
And she's looking at you with eyes, like I've said, that you've never seen before. But you take that moment and get around her. And you now have your sister, your older sister, Gwen, in a choke.
Okay.
Boys.
All right. So I think Drew, he has his rapier in one hand and the lantern in the other. He's going to be using insightful fighting against this monstrosity and trying to determine its movements. And he's going to be trying to slice its tail off. So give me an insight roll for my insightful fighting. It hasn't been rolling well, but...
Come on now. It's time.
Yeah. So I believe I'll be able to get double check. Do I get advantage, or is it just I get a sneak attack?
You get
bonus?
sneak attack.
You
Okay.
get to have sneak attack even if they can see you.
All right, perfect. Let's go for an attack then. I think I'll be under inventory.
Thank you. Rapier.
Yes.
Boom.
Attack. Yeah.
There we go. Right?
No. Cancel that. You could just use the bottom ones.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, that teased. Oh, glad chat saw that. That was a tease.
As you
I'm
put the
stressed.
rapier it's a stabbing weapon, into the tail, it does release your brother. It doesn't cut it off. And then leaping up into the air, dropping onto the battlefield, this creature, this very strange creature, faces off the movement between Gwen and Tetsu.
So it's released me.
Yes, you are now able to do you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Don't thank me yet. I think Drew's gonna grab his brother and try both jump into the ring.
Let's go. Quick blow kiss to Lady Valeria. Down we go.
She's coming with you.
Oh.
All right.
I mean, she's got a dirk, right? Or a dagger? Or
She's like an elf. She's very old. She's probably actually high level.
I know. Yeah, no, she's leaping on the
She's like,
battlefield.
okay, kid.
Yeah.
Chill.
Calm down, boy.
I'm pulling. Also, thank you, Rex.
Oh,
Just
Rex,
FYI.
yes.
Wow. Thank you.
A horse with horns. Yes, we'll get to that in a second. So as all of this is happening at once, this battlefield is being filled. You see the game master go to stand up like he's going to call the game. He has out this flag that when they find it's deceptive or cheating, he hasn't really had to use it, but you guys know the rules. He goes to wave it, but then he realizes, the crowd is so engaged with this.
We chose the wrong one.
What?
Continue.
He's like, and he just puts it down for a second. Especially as a awesome horse with horns kicks this hooded figure into the arena, and you can see the blow dart gun go flying as he just stumbles across the ground and clearly shattered ribs and bruised and laid out on the ground. Well done.
Thank you, Rex.
So we're now going around the table, and we're gonna do. Tell me what you do. We're gonna put a roll to it. See how well it goes. So we'll start with Lord Lucius.
Lucius does look back at Tetsu and gives him the okay to come out. And I think he's going to what would put more in most immediate danger, probably Bethany.
Yeah, because technically she's gonna get an advantage on her next strike. Because
Yeah.
Moore can't really defend herself.
So he's going to do a trip attack maneuver against Lady Bethany.
Cool. So I want you to roll your athletics and add a d8. Because you're expending one of your superior. Yes, please do that.
So do situation.
We'll go back and forth. What you two choose.
I know what I'm doing.
Then do it.
I'm casting heroism at 2nd level to apply to both.
You're casting heroism?
Heroism.
Oh, okay. I heard. For some reason, I heard Kier.
Sorry,
What does this spell?
heroism.
Heroism.
I'm stressed out.
I love it.
But I gotta get in there.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta get in there and get to them. And I'm casting on Lucius and Morgana, giving them temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting modifier, which... Why don't I see it? Thank you. Attributes.
Which is a +3 charisma, right?
Yes. +3 temporary hit points.
So each of you 2 people you choose?
Morgana and Lucius.
Morgana and Lucius, you have 3 temporary HP.
They're immune to being frightened and they gain temporary hit points.
I love it.
And he just sings, "Is there anybody going to listen to my story? All about the girl who came to stay." And he just touches both of them.
Your lady she like lines up behind you with her back to your back, as if like protecting you
Nice.
while you do this. So you're up close. We have
Yeah, I gotta
Gwen
get in there to do that.
being held by Moore, and Lucius moving in. Would you roll? Ooh, not so well. You go to trip Lady Bethany, and she dodges out of the way. We'll get that in a second. And then you have Cass in there touching both of you while singing, and then Lady Valeria standing at Cass's back, like protecting it with. She has a dagger in one hand and like ready to fight. And then so you go to trip Lady Bethany, and she steps out of the way, and she's going to try to plunge her rapier at you. And I'm going to roll this die. Let me know if this beats your AC.
11. Yes.
All right.
Do you have your armor equipped?
Do what?
She probably does not have her armor equipped. Would you have had your armor on?
Yes.
Okay.
I would have.
It was decorative.
No, it is. I just wanted to double check because this is an intense moment.
It does
does hit.
still beat, but
Yeah.
Lucius now actually has equipped his armor.
All right, Lucius, you take 6 points of damage, which is only 3 if you subtract the temporary hit points.
Okay.
How much is Gwen fighting back?
Oh
or-
yeah. No,
Okay.
Yeah, no. She's
All
putting
right.
elbows in your ribs.
Okay.
She's trying to escape.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like beat her down as I'm trying to choke her out, kind of thing. Like just pulling in real tight, like as she, pushes back, try to like throw in some punches and stuff to just try to subdue her. And I'm also going to be looking over at Bethany and being like, "What are you doing?"
What you should be doing with us? She hisses it at you.
"Destroying our own house."
Roll an athletics, please. Ooh. Uh-oh. So as you are trying to subdue your sister, Gwen, and you're speaking to your other sister, Gwen takes advantage of the situation, and you hear her spout out what sounds like a spell, and she's going to thunderclap right there,
Incredible.
just letting out a horrifying thunderclap within 15 feet. So that's going to be all of you, except for Drew. You did not say you ran up.
He's gonna go.
You're not within 15 feet.
No,
Yeah.
he's gonna be going for Tetsu, trying to get on him and provide range support.
Very nice.
Ride Tetsu again!
Well, yeah, well, it just
Does that
with
throw
my
Bethany?
feet instead of my entire body.
No, that was from the Bethany's going to get hit by it.
Yeah, okay.
Constitution saving throw from Lady Lucius.
1, 2, 3, yes.
So close.
Lady Lucius!
All right.
Skull. Okay.
What is it, Constitution?
Yep.
Okay.
Oof. Not good.
Yes.
Constitution saving throw from everybody, right?
From
It's-
you three,
Yeah, yeah.
who are close.
Oh my
Oh
word.
my word.
Ah!
I like it. It makes sense.
More.
I like
Here
it.
we go.
Do you?
It just
And
fits.
do you?
It fits.
Come on.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
it's actually so great.
What is happening?
No, this is perfect.
is so
she lets
good.
off. So with this thunderous clap, your ears ring, and you're taking 10 damage, Lucius. 5 and 5 to Lady Moore. And you notice Bethany shudders a little bit. She seems to take a little bit of damage. Tetsu is beginning to charge at the mass of creatures, but it has the devilish creature in between them. What are you doing as Tetsu begins to charge, Isidru?
Oh, definitely intersect Tetsu and just climb on top of him and start adding range support for him.
You're going to shoot arrows from the back of Tetsu.
You got it. I got acrobatics.
Yeah, you're rolling the acrobatics.
And it's gonna be epic.
It's gonna be great.
This went from like awesome to epic very quickly.
Oh my word. These rolls.
Yeah.
All right. Tetsu's gotten pretty fast since the last time you rode Tetsu.
All right, so
I thought you were gonna say fat.
so let's do this.
House arrest. Woo.
I could get up on him, but then I'm just gonna be clinging on just like last time.
You're not able. I was gonna say you're not able to get off the arrows.
Perfect.
Uh-oh.
But you're coming closer.
House horsey.
Yeah, there it is.
No.
So, well, boop, 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 boop. That's everybody. Tetsu's charging, smacks into this devil. We're just gonna keep calling it a devil or a fiend, and it catches the horns of Tetsu and does this flip and is now sitting next to Drew, while also trying to drive Tetsu into the ground. We're gonna go back to the top of the order as we do how I do combat in 5e.
As I do.
We're going to start with Moore this time.
Mm-hmm.
And Moore, that spell goes off, and there's a second where you get pushed back enough where it releases her from your grip.
Okay.
But suddenly you see her like pulling at her face, and she lets out a little sneeze. What do you do at advantage? Thank you. Miss Ash.
I want to probably run back up and try to like regain control of a grapple kind of thing.
All right. So as she goes to spin towards you to face you, and you go to grapple her, you see like there's long hair just like pestering her face. All right, roll
Yeah.
your athletics at advantage, and I'm gonna roll a counter athletics to see if she can.
Nice,
All
nice.
right.
There it is.
All right.
All right, so you are able to get into the
Take some more
grapple,
juju. Carry on.
into the grapple, and you have her. And so as you are grappling her, we're gonna move over to what is Sir Cass doing.
I think in that moment he's gonna feel Valeria at his back and whisper to her, "Did you figure anything out with that anti-venom stuff? And we might need it." And then he sees Drew in all his glory, and then the fiend jump on top, and he's tired of this fiend. I'm gonna try something, cast Dissonant Whispers at the fiend, and just look at it, and there's gonna be multiple voices coming out of Cass saying, "You are banished. You do not belong here. Be gone." So, wisdom saving throw.
Let me pull up the sheet again. Doo-dah.
Now I know what monster you were pulling up with.
I wrote it down. I just forgot to import it.
I love you. It's perfect. Oh, man.
He gives you a rude gesture.
Well, hopefully with that, when he brought Tetsu down, I would hope Drew can...
Tetsu's not fully down. He's
Okay.
attempting to bring Tetsu down.
All right, with that, I think Drew will roll off, though, and try to get behind the creature and stab at it.
Perfect. Acrobatics.
I suppose.
And while that's happening, after you say what you say to cast your spell, suddenly you feel a little nudge and a vial is tucked into your hand.
Nice.
They kiss on the battlefield.
Oh yeah. This is a.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
there we go.
So-
Drew.
We're going to move that forward to Tetsu is driven to the ground, but not like flipped over. Tetsu's going to be able to regain. But as that happens, obviously this devil is holding onto the horns, steps off of Tetsu onto the ground, and Isru comes up behind and roll your damage dice, please.
Okay. If you could go to my inventory.
Yes. Oh, it does take half damage on my spell. By the way.
Oh, well,
Sorry,
roll your
I did
damage,
that.
please.
What do you need?
Oh, inventory?
Mm-hmm.
And then for my rapier, there is a damage button.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Keep it simple.
And then normal hits. And then go to my features.
Oh yeah, dude.
Nice.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Features. I have to get my sneak
Features.
attack. And then sneak attack. And
Just
then roll the
roll.
damage from that.
Damage. I love Foundry.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
we're talking
come on,
about.
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
And then it's gonna be half a 3d6 for mine.
Jeez.
Not bad. All right.
7.
Yeah, boy.
Wow. Awesome.
He messed with the wrong monster slayers.
I love it. Hold on,
Getting
let me-
back to our roots, right?
Have we like killed any monsters? I think we just captured.
It's a great
Yeah.
backstory.
Oh, JP's mustache.
Jason.
All right, this creature that hurt. You taking advantage of that moment hurt, but it also means Tetsu has just been slammed into the ground. You are last of this round.
What? I wonder what the silk-tailed beetles are doing. Are they doing anything
Oh
yet?
yeah, they climb up your pant legs.
Oh, great.
They haven't done
Okay.
anything yet.
So, I guess what he's going to do is a precision attack against Bethany. And we'll see.
So, yeah.
With his long sword. And that adds a d8.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Can I spend my inspiration?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
What do I do?
just roll it again.
Reroll it
Reroll
again.
it, okay.
Yeah, you would just need to roll the d20.
Just the d20.
Well, just
Yeah.
reroll the whole thing.
Well, the
All right.
All right. So you go to make your maneuver, and Lady Bethany is catching on to what you are doing.
it is a 21 with the superiority.
I know.
Okay.
I thought that was a good point. Karen. We're just over here.
But you do a different maneuver, so she thought you were going to trip again because you said you were doing a precision.
Precision attack. Yeah.
Yeah, roll your damage, please.
We're stressed out. You're doing well.
I see that. I hope I don't kill Tetsu. Yeah, you catch her with a precision strike to the ribs, and you just feel a little crunch underneath your hand because she's unarmored as you get through. You're using your hand, right?
Longsword.
Longsword. So you did say that. Sorry. Yeah, but you hit her on the side of your longsword, and you just feel the crunching of the ribs and the slash. And she looks at you as the pain is caused, and she just smiles. Awesome. We are going to... Tetsu is attempting to stand up, and as he does so, that devilish creature, using the pain as momentum, takes Tetsu's head by the horns and just jams it in the ground, and you see the electricity now beginning to charge between the horns. Top of the order,
Did we miss Taylor Hayes?
I'm gonna get it right now.
You got it. Sorry.
Yep.
Thank you, Taylor.
Nope, I'm trying to get there.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Mwah.
Gwen, this is your chance to take advantage. You have your sister in a grapple. And what are you doing? What are you recalling about your sister that's going to give you an advantage to this situation?
I am... So I'm going to go with the idea that, because she's probably like struggling against me type of thing, and she's very like, she always wants to be, you know, in control of the motion, directing where things are.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to like sort of faint into one of her like pulls and just kind of like pull around, but and let go of her just long enough so that while she's going with it, I'd like to just try to hit her really hard, maybe like chest or face or something, to try to just like drop her.
All right. You're advantage and she's at disadvantage. But there are dice involved.
Do you want athletics or do you want an attack?
Let's do athletics.
Okay.
With advantage.
Come on, more.
All right.
That was a good roll.
All right. You use the momentum and then you actually get an elbow in. Your numb elbow, so you're not going to feel it tomorrow.
Right.
And you clunk her with it. And she like gets stunned for just a split second. Go ahead and roll your unarmed damage attack.
And
She's looking rough.
she's a big girl.
She's bigger. Yeah, not critical. All right, definitely connect. She's stumbling now a little bit. I don't know if you ever watched UFC when somebody gets hit, but they're still in the fight, just enough to make her. We're gonna go to Drew next.
Oh, I think for him, especially if this thing is still distracted, he's just gonna get closer and closer in there and just try to get as much as he can towards any sort of the vital spine, so on and so forth.
As you go to step in and stab, you feel something crawling up your leg and begins to bite you.
Oh my.
You have a beetle from 𝐈𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵 biting at your thigh. You're gonna normally you'd get advantage, right? You're gonna be a just regular roll.
Okay.
Rapier.
Yeah,
Yes.
rapier.
These are silk-tailed beetles.
Yeah. Climbing up his pant leg.
Critical!
Iserdrew ignores this bite, and you're gonna roll your critical damage.
What was that
first.
about focus?
All right, he's hyper focusing. So
He caught all of it out
critical
early.
damage. Yep. And then if you
nice.
could go to features, and it will be critical for the sneak attack.
Yes.
Sneak attack damage. Critical. Come on.
Can you not roll them together?
No. Well, not that I know of.
You can, but we're not in combat, so it doesn't really matter. So you run your blade very deep in the back of this
Lucky 13 on
devilish
that,
creature, and you know you've hit vitals as you watch it writhe, and it's just like dark smoke and energy just coming off of the tendrils as it's beginning to lash out. And at that moment, Tetsu takes that advantage and just throws him up into the air, and then this lightning shot and just fries it.
Yes.
Nice.
Use thunder.
We are gonna go to across the table. No, it was
Lucius and I still have to go.
Yeah, Lucius.
Okay.
Go for it.
After noticing that Lady Bethany is obviously not part of this, really, he is just going to hold her
Okay.
to keep her from
Roll
doing
athletics,
anything.
please. Oh. All right. You go to grab her, and she seems oddly very slippery, as if she's coated in some kind of substance, and she slips out of your grasp.
He's gonna be talking to Bethany. snap out of it.
She bites you
Oh,
with fangs, and you see. Roll me a history check real quick, actually, to see if you know what these fangs look like. No, fangs reach out and chomp onto you, and you're going to take 3 points of damage. Is right.
okay.
So anybody looking on sees her ears shape back for seconds, not like a werewolf, but like a werewolf. Yeah. For a second as she bites Lady Lucius.
Drink
Oh, I
again.
did it again!
I'm out. I need more drink.
I was doing so well! Pride before the fall.
Oh man. Okay, but we still got the beetles everywhere.
And don't
right?
forget Lady Valeria.
Yes.
But she's going to react to you. We're combining yours with hers. I'm not.
Okay.
You're a team.
We are.
This only proves it.
I don't know if I want her to run away, but the beetles are everywhere still.
They're they're spreading out all over. You can actually see them crawling up. They haven't bit you yet.
Okay.
But Tetsu's got a whole bunch in his fur.
So I'll tell Lady Valeria, my love, I think Lucius may need a hand with the werewolf?
Roll history. Free roll.
Alright, sure. History.
Or religion actually would work. Technically.
Missed that day in school.
History's a little better.
All right. Barghast jewel. Barghast, like
Oh,
another devil, demon like thing.
okay, we're surrounded by fiends. My love, if you would. And I am going to try Dissonant Whispers again on the beetles.
Okay. I love it.
Like sending out this just blast.
Okay.
Wisdom save. Come on, come on.
What do I gotta
Oh,
do?
you tease.
What?
Was it a
It's
cocked
good.
dice in?
Not mine. Mine didn't look cocked.
It like rocked. and
That
teased
was
me.
insane.
I think that was a success. I think I'm
Half
Oh, you got
damage,
a
though.
20.
Your spell DC is
We know.
13.
What did you get?
13, yeah.
It never registered for us.
We didn't see
Oh.
it. What'd you
It
get?
literally,
15, he
it
got a
literally
15.
like stood on the line on the edge and then never
and
registered.
then never registered. Yeah.
Why did it register for us?
That's weird.
So you're asking her to run.
Valeria? No, I'm telling her to help Lucius.
Okay.
Hold down Bethany, and then the beetles do take half damage.
Okay. Noted. Some of the beetles closest to you. Yeah, some of the beetles closest to you keel over and just like. But as they die, they just like turn to smoke and dust.
Yeah.
Lady Valeria steps forward and is going to be giving you advantage on your next thing. That is all of you, yes? Yes. Sweet. Tatsu turns towards Lady Bethany and is trying to find an opening, but has never had to fight in such tight quarters in a way. So he is like trying to get in there, but can't quite do it. We're going to start with Lord Lucius.
I think I feel like because he doesn't know what this thing is, he still thinks it's Bethany. So he's going to try to hold her down again.
Okay.
Because he doesn't
Roll
want
me
her
that
to get
athletics with advantage as Lady Valeria is like putting in punches and kicks and trying to create a distraction.
wow.
Yeah, girl, get it.
Louise.
That was to you, actually.
Yeah.
You're the one rolling the dice.
I'll take it.
Come on.
We'll let it slide.
So I think it's going to be like a behind. He's just trying to hold her arms like
All right.
this.
Step to the side as Lady Valeria puts in a punch, kind of turns, and you step to take advantage of that, get up in the bar. Okay. And you,
Now, do I know, is she possessed by, or do I know that it's like shape-shifting or some kind of spell illusion?
yes,
Okay.
you don't know.
You don't know.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
With this critical hit, Lady Valeria is going to step in with the blade for a kill shot. Are you stopping her?
Yes.
Okay. She pauses just as she's about to plunge
He's
her
going to
blade.
turn. Yeah.
She like just Jumping back over to this table, we'll do Drew.
Alright, so we have the Beatles, we have Lady Gwen, Lady Bethany. Any others on the field? Well,
No, House Horsey seems to be taking care of the fiends on the stage.
Okay. At that point, then,
You see Winnie running along the balcony. Just going.
Taking him out with Clydesdale, that would hurt.
Yeah.
he's not good at it, but I think he's just gonna try getting all the Beatles off of Tetsu, just trying to grab them and throw them out.
Okay. I mean, with your rapier, like plucking them off that way, or using your hand.
I think he would be using his hands.
All right, we're gonna go athletics.
Okay. He's not good at it, but
I know. If you use your rapier, you could use dexterity based. But all right, you get off a couple.
Okay.
Okay, so I think what we're gonna keep doing is kind of like keep dancing, or kind of keep dodging and like punching and then like spinning a little bit. So like try to keep, so she keeps struggling, but I kind of keeps trying to maneuver behind her and around her and just like trying to get jabs in to wear her down. Kind of continuing with what I was doing before.
You notice that she is not returning as well as she used to or does.
Mm-hmm.
And actually you noticed a whole demeanor shift as the demon that was fighting in the arena was killed. She looks almost like instantly sickened, one would say.
Okay. I'm gonna keep doing it, but I will sort of like dial it back as she seems to get weaker.
Okay.
Because I still want to subdue her in like a non-lethal way.
Perfect.
I'm not gonna just assume she's a non-combatant right this minute.
Come on, take advantage of the situation. Roll athletics,
So,
please.
a nice non-lethal punch to the face is appropriate.
And that
Solid
punch lands solid. But as you do, as you strike her, and this one, so you're hitting her ribs, and this one catches her right in the face. You notice underneath her skin, on her neck now, comes a bulge as it comes out. And it looks like the shape of a beetle in her skin.
Yummy.
And is she kind of like, after this punch, is she kind of like kind of going down a little bit here?
No.
She's still up?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty gross. This side.
Yeah, I mean, one of two things. You know what? I think we got to get rid of the Beatles. Unless Morgana wants to feel encouraged.
I think at this point, kind of having, jabbed and spun and then turned around for like a pretty good punch to the face, which is maybe either with fists or with just sort of like a close tap with the hammer, something that is like, not that, they'd be about equivalent of hit. But she's probably like facing Gwen at this point, like close quarters facing.
Mm-hmm.
Not that answers your question.
No, that's good though. Yeah, I think then I'm gonna go for it again, and I'm gonna spend my second level spell slot for another Dissonant Whispers against the Beatles.
Okay.
Try and get them to run away.
Oh my word.
No, wait, what?
That was me rolling.
I
that
missed
time.
you. What did you
18.
do? Oh.
No, they roll to save against
Yeah.
Half damage.
It's okay. Yeah, and it's a little more with second level. I think 1d6 more. Okay.
It's 46.
46. I really wanted him to run away though. Okay.
A bunch of the beetles do die once again near you. And we're gonna
Why does
go.
the same word did the damage?
Well, no, I guess I can highlight everybody.
Okay.
I think he's just
I'll
rolling his
highlight.
knee.
It's just rolling dice. All right. Lord Lucius.
At this point, he just wants to hold Bethany because he wants.
Chokeholds.
Sure. To knock out, not to
Athletics
harm.
at advantage.
Okay.
Okay. You are holding. Her body seems to be writhing within your hands, almost as if like it's in her own skin. That is like a cat. You ever held a cat that's ticked off? Yeah.
It's gonna keep pulling.
Is it true?
I don't think there's anything else I can really do other than try to get the beetles off, and I guess you'll start using it as the rapier as a skewer.
All right, roll a dexterity. As Tetsu is just stomping on every beetle he can.
Would it be
trying to shake him off?
Would it be an attack roll or a dexterity?
What is higher for you?
Probably an attack roll.
Well, don't roll that one.
Okay, so dexterity.
Straight dexterity?
Yes.
Okay.
Ability check.
Here we go. Come on, Drew.
You stab Tetsu.
Maybe it sets him off in a rage.
Oh yeah, it does.
He thinks it's a beetle.
Yeah, he begins to spin. Have you ever seen a horse get stung by a bee? It's not pretty. Begins to spin and kick. I'm going to roll a die representing something. Well, isn't that nice? Lady Bethany takes a hoof to the face. And collapses to the ground.
What? That worked out rather nicely.
I'm glad you are holding her for him.
Yeah.
I'm glad that wasn't my face.
That's all for you. Yes. When this beetle seems to come in her eyelid and cover it for a second, this beetle does not look like the other beetles, and it seems to like attach to her face, and she sprouts beetle wings and beetle arms, and she's going to now have advantage against you. So we're gonna roll out athletics as she goes Super Saiyan.
Ah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Sorry.
Just you wait, that isn't even her final form.
Oh, but
Oh, not great.
Wow.
Lady Moore sees this. What do you do?
I'm gonna hit her really hard with my hammer. That's disgusting.
As one does with a bug.
All right, roll an attack.
When you find the bug in the house and it attacks you, you kill it.
Nice.
Oh.
Come
And yeah, roll damage, please. Those dash stacked on my screen. That's cool. I've never seen that before, actually. In all the games I've played, never seen dice stack like that. All right, you catch this bug in the carapace, and it seems like you should have done more damage because she now has like this layered armor underneath her armor, and she lets out a laugh. And she's gonna just like swoop down with her mandibles now have come out of her jaw. So she still has her face, but you good?
Yeah.
Okay. Mandibles come out of her jaw and they are just latching onto you.
The arm I do or don't feel.
It hurts.
Yeah.
You're not even raging yet.
No, I'm not.
Does this make you rage?
No.
Good. I love it. I absolutely love it. The battlefield has changed in a disgusting way. You see Tetsu, and Tetsu steps towards Lady Gwen. That's what she is, right?
Yes? Question mark?
Ish.
And begins to charge, but looks for permission yet again, even though he's got a slight hole in the back of his end. We're gonna jump to
Sure. Having seen the transformation, I assume.
yeah.
Bonus action bardic inspiration to Morgana. I think you have to squash the bug. I'm sorry, Mor.
Do what I can.
So, bardic inspiration. And let's see.
That's a D8, right?
Yes. Shows how much I do it. I'll double check it when we get to it. But
But you're just giving her a D8 on what she does.
Yeah.
Well. Oh, you already did.
I think I just went, so it'll be for next turn.
Lord Lucius.
At this point, it's going to be more of like he's trying to keep it as much more, and Gwen. That's not Gwen anymore. So he's readying an action to attack. Because he's holding off because he doesn't want to attack this because he
Are
wants
you letting go of Lady Bethany's body?
gently.
D6. It is a D6.
Okay. Gently and kindly. Because,
Yeah.
yeah.
What about Tetsu?
I want to hold off and... Because I want this to be Moore's win.
He feels weird about killing his sister-in-laws.
It's like just got married and 10th anniversary at the same time. It'll be awkward.
It's the perfect time to... Never mind. So, Drew, what are we doing?
Drew doesn't have the same convictions. He's gonna shoot Gwen.
I thought you were going to say shoot Lady Bethany on the ground.
So I guess it would be technically insight check first for the insightful
And then
fighting, and then he'll
advantage.
be shooting.
Yeah.
All right. Insight.
So you pull out your crossbow,
Your short bow.
short bow.
Nice.
I'm
Woo!
supposing
That's
20.
advantage.
It. I don't think it gives advantage. It will just give me my
sorry.
sneak attack.
Gives you a sneak attack.
Yes.
You find a weak spot because you're kind of behind them,
Mhm.
and you see in between the wings that have now formed, these beetle wings on her back. If you catch right below that spots of the wings attached, there's a name for it. I can't think of it. Thank you, Tallahassee, if you can get it for me. There's a spot where you could get with the arrow.
All right. Perfect. He will be shooting.
And the
It's
thorn.
called the
Yes, come on,
it's
Drew.
called the red glowy boss spot.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. That one.
You are perfectly correct.
The arrow hits. Oh,
Oh,
well, roll your sneak
that's
attack.
right. Sneak
Yes.
attack coming up.
That's the real damage.
Ooh, my
Maybe
God.
not.
Still, it's good.
The beetle Gwen, just like a little bit like this, but I mean, still holding on to it with its mandibles. Legs, two of the beetle legs are on the ground, two are like in the air. Her mandibles are on you, and she begins to crush you in the mandibles.
Arm, body, both.
Face.
Face.
It's face to face. Mandibles
Okay.
are like crunching you.
Okay.
What do you do? Ruh-roh.
Because they're like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, your face is like at her face. And she's looking less and less
So-
like your sister.
so I feel like it's gotta be one of those ones where I'm like trying to like pull them back off
Yeah.
of me, kind of like struggling against them type of thing.
Love it.
Which means that I will have probably had to drop my hammer at this point.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So
Yeah. Love it.
you're welcome.
And you also get to roll with a d6 as I roll advantage.
Cutting words reaction.
Alright, so
You nasty
I roll
bugger, look
that
at
with
me. You know you've always wanted to, Gwen. You've wanted to squish this face. But I'm going to roll a d6 to subtract from her.
Not good.
Oh, I rolled it, but go ahead if you
Oh,
want. If you want to
okay.
roll it, go
Ooh.
ahead. That is going to be a 16 versus, or a 12 versus a 10. It's a power struggle. You can feel it. You're not winning at this one. You're holding back from being crushed,
Yeah.
but the rest of them see there's blood starting to trickle from where the mandibles are crushing her, and it hurts. This is a pain you probably never really
Can
felt.
Lucius use his hold action to actually attack now?
Yeah,
Okay, so he's gonna... How big is she?
she's now gone from like medium size. She was already pretty large, to large.
So I cut off legs? Is that the best?
Do it.
Okay, I'm gonna try cutting off legs.
The mandibles.
The mandibles.
It's
Can I reach that? That's what I was wondering.
Sure. I
Okay.
mean, she's like leaned over, like
got
picture
a
a
long
giant
sword.
beetle trying to eat you.
Okay, I'm
The
gonna
sword that is
slash
long.
mandibles.
Ooh. Your sword. You're not using a maneuver or anything? Are you out of maneuvers?
I have
Lucius
one.
would like to rage.
I have one more, but it doesn't make sense.
Okay. You come down and you hack, and your blade goes into the mandible, but doesn't cut through. But you definitely have hacked in, like there's like a slice into the mandible. Tetsu is going to smash the beetle from the side. The Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn. I like that.
Smashes the Gwendolyn from the side, ripping the carapace wide open, and it's not blood that comes out. It's kind of black ichor, whatever. Drew did the short bow.
I think that was everything.
Sweet, top of the order.
Did Cass go this round?
Yeah,
I did.
multiple times.
Okay.
I have
Just kidding.
reaction.
Just tease me. Gwendolyn.
He shouted.
Gwendolyn winces once more, but the mandibles they're just starting to crush in.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to roll. Contested roll.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck in that one.
Yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah.
Man.
Ooh.
I'm going to spend my last reaction.
I'll roll a 4 or
Cutting
higher.
words. Look at me. Okay, come on. 1d6.
You got this.
Ah.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
You actually, I'll give you something. Sure, for this one. Another set of eyeballs like peers on her cheeks, and you see her jaw expanding, and different teeth are in there as her jaw is opening up as if she's going to eat you. She's starting to look less and less like Gwen and more like Gwendolyn. And it's a new monster I'm making up now.
Nice.
As the mandibles like are crushing you, it's almost like her mouth is like able to move in towards you. But it's just not enough. Like your body is fighting this quite a bit. Her human eyes, we can call them that, dart in that direction, but the beetle eyes are like dead focused.
Okay.
Oop. That's a reaction, so you can go.
Okay.
I had to think about it. Sorry.
No, you're good.
So intense, I'm sweating.
Yeah. I have spell. But I'm out of second level spells, so
That's what I wanted to hear.
yeah. I'm just gonna.
It means it's a good fight.
Yeah.
Do you have a shiny weapon and bubble wrap to use?
I mean, man.
No, she is wounded. You guys see
I
she
also have
is.
vicious
Is any
mockery.
of this
Oh, that is
by
true.
combat bonus?
I would recommend that.
I don't.
So I think now Bethany's unconscious, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so she doesn't need to be necessarily dealt with currently. So then he's just going to continue to spit insults at the bug and use vicious mockery as his action.
And Lady Valeria is standing next to you, shouting with you, so you have advantage.
Cool.
Well,
So disadvantage on wisdom saving throw.
Yes. Let me go over here. Dice advantage.
The spell, dude.
That's-
All right, success. So 1d4 of damage, and then you have disadvantage on your next roll.
Cool.
Come on.
3 psychic damage.
3, that's not bad. For a cantrip.
You see the wince in Gwen's eyes, but not the beetles.
And I think, again, he's like begging her to come at him instead.
We'll see what happens.
Lucius is gonna still keep going at that one mandible to try to release more.
Tetsu's goring more alongside of you. It's just hacking, another slash, and just... Tetsu is ripping across her side, goring its left and right, just going nuts, snorting. Top of the order, she is going to release you. There seems to be a struggle. Her eyes, the human eyes, are panicking back and forth. As it does, it turns towards Cass, I guess.
Hi.
And we are going to roll a normal attack. And this is going to represent her mandibles grabbing you, which she turns towards you and chop. And now all you see left is in her human form is just like her around her eyes. Can you roll a strength saving or a strength check? Oh, athletics, please.
Sure, I'm great at this.
Yeah, I know you are. Don't critically fail.
Wow!
Sorry.
So I'm actually going to kill Lady Valeria.
What?
I'm just kidding.
What just happened?
No, I'm just kidding. Well, I love the idea.
I died a little.
Worst critical ever.
It was a 20.
Well, I mean, on that once, he ended up with her, so on a critical 20,
Right,
she ends up dead. I mean, come on.
Come on. Bethany just wakes up and
I'm not doing that.
oh, you got me. You got me.
Yeah, I know. Your eyes were like, what? But she is going to step in and shove you.
Nice.
And now she's the one facing off. The mandible snapped at you as she's shoved, but now Valeria's faced off against this creature. And
But doesn't have her yet. They're
Correct.
just standing off.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Are you okay with this?
Oh, yeah. It's much better. That's why you did it. You set the bar really low. So I'd be okay.
Drew?
Oh, he's rushing towards the bug with his rapier, and he is going to be stabbing at it.
Okay.
If it wants to be in melee with his brother, it'll be in melee with me.
Insightful, I assume?
Yes, if possible. Well, actually, I guess I didn't actually need it. I'm in with
Oh,
Valeria.
that's true. You are.
So, are we doing flanking rules?
Sure.
All right, then attack with advantage.
At this point, she's like ripped almost in half from Tatsu.
There we go.
Nice.
This blade runs in very deep.
Perfect.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it'll be fine. But don't forget sneak attack.
Yes. Features.
I'm waiting for sneak attack to finish my attack.
Hold a hand.
Yes.
Nice.
And then twists and rips out as pieces of her come out of the wound.
She's still up.
Yeah, she's still up. She's not doing. I mean, we are definitely coming near the end of this combat.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna just as I drop down, I'm gonna pick up my hammer. I'm just gonna go over and try to finish this.
Okay. Roll me your athletics with a double advantage.
Double critical?
How do you do double?
You don't.
Oh.
It's bad English.
Okay.
Go
Is
ahead.
this for an attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Attack.
Do you want me to do an attack roll then?
Yeah.
Okay,
I already
so-
went. So.
Hammer, maul, attack.
Yep. Let's do it with
I
an
gotta scroll up. I'm losing track because I'm. Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Nice.
I love the idea. It's like as Drew pulls the blade out, you just like run over Tetsu running behind you. So it's an image of like Tetsu coming behind your charge and like pushes you with your momentum, and you come in and you just crack your maul right through. We're done. That's not lethal. You're not doing non-lethal, right?
Yeah, it's not my sister anymore.
Yeah. And your hammer cracks through the carapace, through the other side, as the mandibles look like they're about to snap on Lady Valeria. And as you kill the beetle, they snap above her head, and the beetle like collapses, and the mandibles slide right down, like the elf standing in the middle, and the body falls to the ground. And there's silence amongst the crowd, amongst the floor for a second, and then cheers just go absolutely wild. And most of the people in the stands are like mortified at first, and then the cheers go wild. You good? You're looking at me funny. You're looking at me
No,
funny.
I'm like,
You're like,
she's dead.
And that's been another
Yeah,
fantastic
and
Yeah.
that is the end of this episode.
well, so Moore's just kind of standing there, just like
kidding.
bleeding
Yeah.
with the hammer,
Yeah.
like, and she just says, "Not in my house."
Any other one-liners?
No, that's good.
Okay.
This has been another fantastical episode of AfterQuest and Avenue Studios production. Do give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to follow the adventure. You can further support us and become a part of the ever-growing forest known as Avenue Studios by joining our locals or Patreon community. Doing so not only helps us continue to create high-quality content, you'll also gain access to bonus content as well as our private Discord where you can chat with us, play games, watch movies, and so much more. Join in our West March Kingmaker campaign. Play with these people. Jacob is the head GM running that, so you know what you're going to get with him.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Watch out for the big rats. They're always deadly. Thank you so much. Check out the links in the description below for the sound, music, and ambience that we use. And thank you so very much for joining this adventure. Next week will be the final episode of Nobles. and we will call a wrap on this campaign. We will see you next time. All right.
Bye.
There you go.